Hello there, and welcome to episode 81 of my series where I try to play Norway perfectly on Geoguessr. Today we have made it to the commune of Ål, and like every other one of the 356 communes of Norway, I will try to play the map of Ål commune to a score of 25,000 Geoguessr points. Now, Ål is one of those communes that people usually travel through in order to get from A to B. So as you can see, it's located in the middle of southern Norway. It's on one of the main routes between Oslo and Bergen. So when people go to Ål, they usually go here either just to pass through or to go to some of the mountain resorts and cabin resorts that are in the mountains up here. Because of that, there isn't all that many locations to play in Ål. It's not even 100. So we might, or maybe slightly more than 100. So we might possibly see some repeat of locations here. I just hope we're not stuck on the 7, but we'll see. First, some information about Ål. As you can see, Ål has 96 locations. So there's a fair chance that we might actually get some repeat ones. Let's hope not, but you never know. Oh, that's a pretty little place. And immediately we are in at least somewhere where it should be possible to figure out where we are. This is Torpo. So Torpo is Hagavägen. Okay. So Torpo is one of the two main settlements here in Ål. So we got Ål, which is the main village, and then we have Torpo, which is over here. So, and I guess, let's see, we're looking southeast, right? And I don't have a name for this particular road yet, but let's see, it's definitely crossing the river down there. And there's only really one road that qualifies, isn't it? But this one is called Stationsvägen. So this is not the right one. Could we go down here? No. And if we go this way, we are suddenly in Ål, which is not right. That was his name on this road, which was Hagavägen, which is a bit odd. So, and that's going south. That's also gone across to all sorts of... no, wait a minute. This might actually be pointing at this direction. No, it's pointing across the bridge. So supposedly all sorts of stuff across the bridge. And why isn't this one well, let's see, what else was across the bridge? It also said Slottosagen Høvleri, so that is Slotto's saw and planing mill, which we have there. So by all rights we should be here, right? And that's what's that then? It must be a congregation hall or something. Let's see. Buildings. So that's shaped like an L. Doesn't really match what I'm seeing. But then again. Well, this sort of matches. And we should have that house. So this sort of suggests that there's a road between this house and that road. Are we having an issue of severe layer misalignment again? Starting to wonder, because this is the obvious place. Let's see. I know I'm spending way too much time on this one, but okay, so let's go and see if that road comes down over there. And there is a slight bend. And here we are. Yeah, the school, the community hall, and the library. So we're all going up here, so that has to be a good one. 6 meters away. Well, that's confusing still, though. Right, okay, that's up in the mountains. And what is the name? This one is called Bergsjöstølen, i.e. the Bergsjö Lodge. Okay, so the Bergsjö, so that basically means the hill or mountain lake. Should be up here somewhere, shouldn't it? Or is it up here? No, that's the next commune, isn't it? Yes. So Bergsjö is here. So we're actually right outside the lodge here. And if I look directly eastwards, I'm looking past. So it should be basically there. Let's go for that. Yes, that's a good one. And now we're down on the river. And the river is really wide here. So it could actually be somewhere here. I would not be surprised if we are. We have sort of a promontory down there. Could be that bit. Are there any other bits here that would fit? Well, there are some places where the river is quite wide. That might fit the bill. Well, let's see. If I'm going down this way, what will I find? Let's see. There's a rather significant bend here. Could be that, but I'm not entirely convinced that I'm in the right place. Looking in the right place. Because if I am, there should be a bridge coming up very shortly. The bends here don't really match what I'm seeing. It could be down here as well, which seems equally likely and might even be more likely. Yeah. So if we are, because this lake does go on. It does, doesn't it? So let's have a look at where there seems to be a road going around up there. And let's have a look northeast and come around a corner. And how long is this corner? It's fairly long, well, not a corner, but a bend. And then we sort of immediately go into the next one again. Which kind of... No, we're not this far down, because then we would have seen... this thing head on out there. There's a road going on the other way, yes. Tiltaksvägen, the effort road. Alright. There's a bit of a promontory sticking out somewhere. Hard to tell. Okay, so let's see. We have a couple of farms of sorts up here. And a cabin up there. Right, so these are some old buildings as well. This could well be the place, but we got that thing up there. This road going up like excuse me. It does actually look quite promising. And it's quite far to the next houses. Well, over there, There's a barn, which I assume is that one. And then this building there could be that. Or it could have been torn down. It's more likely to be this one. Yeah, I'm fairly sure I'm here. So I'm looking straight north at that barn, which should be that building. And I'm looking at sort of the middle of it, like so. Let's go with that. I don't really have anything better to go by. 6 meters away. Okay, that's cool. And, well, not gonna complain when I get... Here's a stave church. That's one of those old medieval churches that was built, or rather were built across the country after Norway was Christianized during the 1000s and 1100s. So these churches are quite old. Unfortunately, most of them were torn down. There's only a handful of them remaining. And let's see, so are we in Torpo or are we in All? So this one gets onto the 7, going both to Yale and Gol, which doesn't help a lot. So Oppheim Åsen. So the up home. And the up home hill. Let's see. Let's check out All first. So Oppheim. Let's see, can we look at the church? Here's the church, and this is not the place, because we're not having the road. So then we need to check out Torpo. And, Torpo Stave Church, and here's the Uppheims Road. Right, okay, this should be fairly simple then. We're looking straight across the road, just past the edge of this house, which is what house? Must be this one, right? You think it's clear cut, and then there's something that comes to bite you. Look at these old barns and that old larder. They're really antique buildings. So that is that. So I'm looking at it along the wall. So that should be a pretty good placement if the layers are properly aligned. 1 meters away. Nice. And I'll have to say that I'm quite happy with how this is working out. Hallingdal mountain or rock drilling. Okay. Now, where could the main road be hiding here then? Usually downhills is a good way to go. The same company. And where? Oh, okay. No more. Hallingdal Kraftnett power grid. Okay. So Hallingdal is the name of the valley. And it's quite known for a lot of folklore, lots of music, dances. All Hytta, they produce cabins and lodges. And let's see what else we got here. Actually, it looks like the main road is running here. What does it say on that one? Someone producing hoses. And this has to be the 7. Ely Road. Okay. And Gullhaugen. Gold Hill. Alright, so we're just outside All. Okay. That suggests that we might have been up here. Possibly? All Hytta, Hallingdal Bergboring. That's the rock drilling operation. And let's see, we can't really use that house as a guide, can we? But that ought to be... a little hard to tell, isn't it? Need to make sure I'm looking at the right building. So that ought to be that, because that would make this that. And then we come to the bit where I can't get any further. This square building here is probably that one. Okay, so I'm looking north, looking about 2/3 of the width of that house away from it, like so, possibly. Still don't like my position here. I really don't like my position here. Yeah, we got a long building. We also have this building. But is that building... I'm starting to have some doubts here now. Now we have this building coming up, followed by some smaller buildings. Not comfortable with this. It should be so clear-cut and clean, but it isn't. So this is that, what I'm looking at now. Okay, so there is a road going down here, and I'm down here. Can I get out of jail free card here, please? So, because that should by all rights be that. But and there's this thing. And here on the crossroads we have a house. Can I see anything more behind it? Yeah, with a garage. So that ought to be that. But there are buildings missing here. This one is evidently quite new, so that must have replaced these buildings. And that thing up there must have replaced these. So if that's the case, the house I'm looking at is that one. And should be a couple of smaller buildings behind it. Are there? Well, at least there's a tumble-downish building, which must be that one. And then this question, is there a building in the woods here? Yes, there is. You sneaky little thing. I got you now. So we are looking at this building. And about 2/3 of it, like so. I think that's a placement we can be happy with. Let's have a go. 1 meter away. Okay, that took a bit of faffing about, but we got there in the end, and we had a really quick one with that one up there. So all turned out to be quite a lot easier than I feared it would be, which is always nice. So that is episode 81 in the box. Thank you all, and please come back tomorrow and see what we will be playing then. Until then, bye bye.